Hello, everyone, and welcome to our PHLAFF 2022 Shorts Blog Program Q&A session. My name is Kirsten, and I'm a part of the programming team this season. Today, we have a filmmaker whose film is a part of the Untethered short block. This film block explores topics of grief, perseverance, and family. To get us started, I'd love to introduce you to our filmmaker. It's a pleasure to speak with you today, and I'd like to begin by having you tell us a little bit about yourself and your film.
Awesome. Thank you so much for the invitation to this Q&A. I'm very excited. My name is Héctor. I'm the director of the short film My Dear Escandón. I've been doing this for almost 15 years, and then yeah, it's very exciting to finally focus on this. To make this documentary, because I started out as an editor for a TV channel. I was like 5 years, sitting on that chair editing, and then I realized that I mean, I liked it, but I realized that that wasn't like enough for me. So I grabbed the camera. I just bought a camera, and then I started to film more of my things, and I found that was my passion, to grab the camera to tell stories. So yeah, that was kind of like my path on this industry. So very excited to finally see one of my films on really like important festivals. That's an honor to me. Yeah.
Thank you so much for that. I'd like to get started by asking you what inspired you to create your film.
Well, I need to go back a little bit, because this film, I used to live in that neighborhood like for many years. So that's where I met Ori and Pogo. We used to gather with all of the friends that had dogs at the time, at this park in Escandón, this neighborhood. And I suddenly I felt like attracted to Ori and Pogo, about his their relationship. It always like amazed me, the way they communicate, the way they had like this kind of like conversations, like. So I was always amazed by them. And then Ori is like a character in that neighborhood. So I felt like inspired about their connection. They were always together. Even Ori told me that sometimes they go to some bars and some parties together. So it was like a really close relationship, and I felt really attracted to them. It felt like really interesting to me. And then I always think that, man, that would be really interesting to capture. I didn't know at the time like how, like if it was like a short film, or maybe just shoot maybe some B-roll with them. I just felt the necessity of capturing those moments. And then through the years, something that connected me to Ori, I think it was the loss of his father, because we lost our fathers like kind of like at the same time. So that was like a really strong connection. I think this film is also like cathartic to me about my loss, our losses. Like when I moved out from that neighborhood, Ori and I were like messaging through social media, like like we were really close friends. And then I started to see like what Ori was writing about his father. He used to write these poems, and it was like so deep to me. Like I felt so connected, and I felt his pain through these poems, and then I felt related. You know what I mean? Like so that was that was like a really, really strong connection. And then I think this movie is also, I somehow I dedicated like to my father, you know. So my pain is reflected also in this movie. So I think that's something that made this movie so special to me, because it's a shared loss, you know. Yeah.
For sure. Thank you so much for sharing that. I know you've kind of like touched on it a little bit in that response, but your film obviously covers the topic of grief in a very intimate way. We're following Ori's story, throughout the film. So why did you find it so important, I guess, to cover the theme in such a way like how you did, by just kind of, very intimately following him like that to tell his story?
Yeah, I think that like obviously it helped, like this, we had this previous like relationship, like this friendship, and then I we've been talking a lot about previously to the shoot. We've been talking. I think that that's a very important, that approach was very important to get this intimacy with him, because he didn't know at the time. We were just talking about like, would be awesome to film something, but then uh, I've been talking to him like my intentions, like I need to tell this story. I need to go deeper on your story. So I think the work previous to shoot was so important. These conversations. It's not like I didn't feel like I was prepping, like, technically prepping the film, but I felt like is these conversations about like, I want to do this. What do you think about this? And then we're having these conversations previous to the first shoot, so he can understand my needs and my intentions on this film. And then I think that was a game changer, because probably he told me that he imagined like I only want to film him and Pogo just walking maybe through a neighborhood, or he thought like maybe I just wanna follow them and then that's it. And then I told him, no, I need to tell this story. I need to tell a story about you, about your father, about your trade, the blacksmithing. It's all about you, but I want to go deeper. So those conversations, I think made the story, and made I don't know, I had the access to him, like just to open my heart, open my mind to him. I think that was key to go intimate.
Thank you. I'm also curious, like, is there a certain element of your film or a certain part of it that you're most proud of after, now having it completed?
I think I gotta say, like, I'm very proud. I mean, for the, if I just look at the film, I love the way it looks. Like, I always imagine, I don't know why, maybe I was influenced by this movie Roma by Alfonso Cuarón. But I always imagined this movie black and white, and I always imagine this, the cinematography really, clean and beautiful. So yeah, I'm really proud about the cinematography. I'm really proud about like the way we approached with Roberto Hernandez, the cinematographer. I help a lot of with I help him a lot with the cinematography, but he is the main cinematographer, and he's kind of like my mentor. I just, like, a little bit of background. I just decided to focus on cinematography like maybe 3 or 4 years ago, when I just moved to the US. And this part of my journey in this industry, because I always like to grab the camera, but I never focus like on cinematography. So he helped me a lot through the years. He's like my mentor. We shot several projects together, and then I just learned from him a lot. So there was like this project was like we shared this with this love for the the image, for the moving image. So I'm very proud of that. Another element is like, I think the relationship and the love for Pogo. I think it's very important. The relationship of them. I think I'm very proud of that, because the cinematography it's good, but it's not all. It's not everything for telling a story. So some people just say that it's amazing the way I just capture the relationship and the love they can feel, the love between them. So I think I'm very proud of that. And then I think I'm very proud of this in terms of storytelling. I think it's more about like this hybrid of short film, like narrative and documentary. I think I found like a sweet spot between those two, formats. And I've been, somehow discovering through that format, through that hybrid format, to tell my stories. I think maybe I'm creating maybe a style maybe of telling stories. I don't see it a lot. It's somehow it's a documentary or narrative, but I think I found like a sweet spot for me, for my storytelling, and I think I'm very happy with that format of shooting that way, because I feel like it's I can take care of my shots. I can take care of the aesthetics, and also it's a true story. I'm always like looking for telling like true stories and true characters, and I need to really connect with my characters. So I think that format it's allowing me to do that.
For sure. And hearing you like explain all these things, like, the cinematography, the relationship you captured, and just like the storytelling, like those are really the things. I mean, I know that that's all of the elements of your film, but that's what really kind of drew me into it the first time that I watched it. So I really appreciate like your attention to like thought at all that, because it definitely shone through in your filmmaking process. So thank you for sharing all of that. I guess my last question is there anything that you would really like audiences to know more about yourself, or maybe any other future projects you may be working on?
Yeah, I think, I mean, about the film, probably I would like to the audience to know, like it was a very, very deep and very complicated film, because I don't think I capture like the whole essence of the neighborhood, or it's a very tough neighborhood, and their lives are really, really tough. We had like several like kind of like problems to film, because the some people in the neighborhood are like jealous of Ori, and then they interfere on our work. They just show up at the I would say like at their home, at Ori's home, and then we had some issues filming. We have this like fight in the street, and then we have to to cancel that shoot day. So it's a very tough neighborhood. But the thing is, I never wanted to capture the violence. I wanted to capture the love of Ori to his family, to Pogo. Also, they were like under attack, like really under attack. And then as a filmmaker, sometimes you feel like you need to capture those moments too. But I don't think that was the what I wanted to tell and in my story. But it exists, in reality, those things exist. So yeah, I think I wanted to somehow to show like how Ori defend his family. And I think what I'm really proud is that I never pay attention, like really pay attention to the violence, but I paid attention to the love for his family. And I think I hope that it that exists in the film. And then I just wanted to show that he's a dog when he needs to defend his family. And then they are all together defending their territory, defending their family, their love, what they have now. So I just want to make sure that is in the film, without showing the violence, but it exists. It's a difficult. It's really a tough neighborhood. So yeah. And then in terms of other projects, I'm very proud because I think this project like prepared me for the next one. I'm filming like a really long documentary, and it's been a challenge because it's about like an art car that goes every year to Burning Man. And then the challenge is, it's like I needed to, to go deeper, to connect deeper to the team that builds this art car. And then it's not just about showing the party, the festival, and then all the the fire, the music, the art. It's not just about showing that. It's about going deeper. And then this film, like, somehow allowed me to understand better and to connect deeper to the stories I'm telling. You know what I mean? So it's like before each project, I had to do this like internal work on what exactly I want to film, what exactly I want to tell, and then what do I have to do in order to tell these things that I want, that I want to connect with those characters. And so it's not gonna end up like, just a like superficial or like a vanity project. So it's really challenging to me to go deeper, and to go deeper, on me and then on the project. So it's interesting, the point that I'm like I am like as a filmmaker. And then this short film, like I discover a lot of things about me and about my storytelling, my work, and how I approach new projects. So yeah, I'm really happy. We're filming almost like through this year, and then we're gonna end up filming at Burning Man, and then the editing process is gonna take like probably like 6 months or maybe a year, because it's a very long documentary. So I'm very happy, like I'm doing this now. Yeah.
Well, I wish you the best of luck with that process. I'm
Yeah.
very like excited to see, what the final product is when you get
Yeah.
to that point. Well,
Yeah,
that's,
and obviously, like, sorry to interrupt.
oh
Like,
no, you're fine.
obviously, the visuals like I'm creating. I mean, like, as a cinematographer, it's like a dream come true.
Mhm.
So yeah, but then I just learned that cinematography is not everything. So I need to focus on the content, on the story, and the characters. So yeah, I'm really happy to be the filmmaker that I am now. Like, and then that I want to still learning more and more about me, and about the stories that I want to tell. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate all of the conversation that we've had. To our audience, thank you so much for joining us today. Make sure you check out the other Q&A panels and what we have to offer in PHLAFF 2022, and have a great one. Bye, everybody.